this is the case of a whole debate that I am also curious about your thoughts on this, okay? It was sparked because of one individual on Twitter. So this is the individual in question. The individual writes, "We love Discord. I love getting a violation every 3 hours for no reason." They post their Discord screenshot where it shows their account is very limited. The 4 violations that are visible out of the 6 they have says you broke the rules for child self. It's because they are a minor. So they are likely engaging in some behavior that they shouldn't be engaging in as somebody who is under 18. You read the word self, right? They did it themselves. Somebody responds, "Geez, can't you appeal them?" And the individual responds, "Nope, they even restricted my ability to reopen tickets. Like if they close my ticket and I reply, it doesn't reopen anymore. I'm so cooked." Another person writes, "The thing is, you are not 18 and joining 18 plus content. At this point, it's your own fault for not playing by the rules. You have to wait until you're 18. I was in your shoes as well, so just hang in there. Just hold on." And they reposted this as well. But they responded, "I don't want to fucking wait till I'm 18. I'm so sick of this. I literally want to trade crypto. I want to open bank accounts. I want to do financial shit. I want to be in non-NSFW adult communities. I want more friends, and literally this border between minors and adults ruins everything for me." I can kind of get that sentiment. Look, I was a kid once, okay? I am now 24, but I was 16 once. I get the frustrations of being like, hey, I feel like I am more mature than my age. So I want to interact with people that I feel like are on my same maturity levels. I want to be cool. I want to be part of the cool kids, and the cool kids are adults. So like kids my age are losers, you know, like I'm 16, other 16-year-olds are stinky. I want to play with the adults. I get that. I get that strong desire to want to grow up fast. I get that strong desire to want to be an adult as fast as possible so you can do all the cool adult things. The rules are there for a reason, okay? I get it. I was a kid. I was 16 too. 16-year-olds don't want to hear shit from adults. What I'm about to say, I knew I didn't want to hear it when I was 16. But looking back as somebody who is now 24, I wish I enjoyed my time as a teenager more. When you are a teenager, you don't have to file taxes for the most part. If you can't do financial shit, likely means you can't pay taxes either. You don't have to deal with that. You don't have to deal with a mortgage, bills, rent, putting food on the table, electricity bills. Why your electricity bill is weirdly high this one month, and you have to call them and stay on hold for 3 hours just for the hold to drop, and you have to call them again the next day. You don't have to deal with shitty landlords. You don't have to deal with, I don't know, shitty roommates. I love my roommates, but hypothetically. None of that is your problem if you're 16 years old, most of the time, right? Obviously, fringe cases, but for the most part, none of that's your problem. That's your parents' problem, okay? Life is a lot more peaceful for the most part if you're not an adult, because you don't have to do the adult things. You have the rest of your life to pay taxes. You have the rest of your life to contribute to Medicare and your Social Security every single year, okay? I don't want to be filing my taxes. I don't want to have to pay rent. I don't want to have to deal with landlords and all that good stuff anymore, you know? Enjoy your teenage years, because you will never be able to get that back. You will never be 16 again, but the difference from being like a 29-year-old and being a 39-year-old, you just get even more responsibilities as you get older. It literally only adds more baggage to you. It literally only gets worse. Trust me. Of course, no kid wants to hear that, but every single one of y'all that feel this way, that's like, I can't wait to grow up. You're gonna hit that regret when you get to my age. Swear to God. Okay, you're gonna hit that. But the second point that I want to make is, let's look at it backwards. Why in the world will an adult want to be involved with a 16-year-old? Why? Entertain me on this point, okay? Like, me at 24, I do not want to be friends with 16-year-olds. I have nothing in common with 16-year-olds. I don't even have friends that are under the age of 20. Because again, what do I have in common with you? Like, even for me, it's like, even if you're in college, for me, it's kind of like, I don't have anything in common with you either. Even if we are the same age. There's like 23-year-olds, 24-year-olds that are in college. A lot of times, like, I don't know what to say to you. Like, I don't know what to talk about unless we have common interests, right? Because like the last time I was in college was 4 years ago now. Like, I graduated when I was 20 years old. Okay, I'm 24 right now. The last time I was in school was 4 years ago. Your entire college career, there's an entire college career between you and me. Truly ask, okay, why would adults want to be friends with 16-year-olds? And then when you present this question to a teenager, the teenager is going to feel weird, okay? Like, this was like what I was presented with, right? People were like, because I would be like, oh, I'm 16, like, I'm mature. I could be friends with 19-year-olds. Like, we're about the same. That's a 3-year age difference, right? And then people will be like, well, do you want to be friends with 13-year-olds? And my 16-year-old self is like, ew, no, 13-year-olds are immature and they're dumb. And like, but it's not, it's different. It's different. It's different, right? Like there's a huge age difference between a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old, but there's like not that big of an age difference between 16-year-olds and 19-year-olds because like we're more mature. No, the difference is the same. It's still a massive canyon of maturity, okay? And the thing is, if you're a teenager, you completely lack the forethought to understand how big this maturity difference can be because you're only as mature as a 16-year-old. You know what I mean? Like you don't know the difference between your maturity and like somebody who's 20 or 24, my age. You don't know how big that maturity difference is because you have never experienced it. You're just too young. And I know teenagers don't like hearing this because it does come off kind of condescending. When I was a teenager, I didn't like hearing this, right? I was like, I'm more mature than this. There will come a point where you will get older because we all will age. And then you will realize how short-sighted you were. This is the way I look at it. Again, I'm 24. I'm sure when I'm like 34, there's gonna be a lot more I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna be like, wow, right? But the way I look at it in our beautiful bar graph, okay, of age on our x-axis, and we have maturity on our y-axis. I'm just gonna call it M, okay? Yeah, typically it looks something like this, and oh, wait, no, it should not be in the middle. Something like this, and then it will slowly peter off over time. That's like that's the way I kind of look at it, right? Like something like this. Like, and at this point, I think at this point is 24. I'm at the ripe old age of 24, okay? That's roughly around when your prefrontal cortex develops. But it literally, in my opinion, it looks like this. A 24-year-old and a 19-year-old have a really big maturity difference for the most part. But a 24-year-old and a 29-year-old, it starts getting a lot more similar. I'm just saying this from my experience because I have a lot of friends who are older than me. Like I have friends who are like in their 30s, okay? And we're about the same. We're like rocking the same. Me and a 14-year-old, because that's the same age difference, right? 10 years. Me and a 14-year-old have nothing in common. Sorry, what are we going to talk about? Cocomelon? Like Skibbity Toilet? Ohio? I don't know, right? What do the youngins nowadays talk about? Like, there's just too much difference because the maturity difference is bigger. Okay, but I've yapped a lot. I've derailed a lot, okay? Going back to the original point, okay, of this, right? I want more friends and literally this border between minors and adults ruin everything for me. The border between minors and adults is there to protect the minor, okay? Because there are, perfectly normal adults that will not want to engage in weird behavior with minors, okay? I have zero intention of being friends with you if you're a minor because you are way too young for me. Again, like I said, I don't even have anything in common really with people who are like in college. I'm not talking grad school. I'm talking regular college. Like, what are we going to talk about? Your like basic intro to biology class? I already finished my bio degree. Like, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of predatory adults that want to take advantage of minors, and minors simply lack the foresight to see that it's happening to them until it's too late. I do agree, Roddick. I do agree that 18-year-olds are still kids. I don't think you've like adulted, honestly, until you got out of college. Like, you're still like a kid. In my eyes, sorry. If you guys are like under the age of like 23 in my chat, you're probably like, what the hell? That's just the way I look at it. The barrier between minors and adults can feel like, if you are the minor, it can feel like you're getting jailed out of anything cool, but it's there to protect you. It's truly there to protect you. And it will feel frustrating because you will feel like you know enough to be safe. It feels like people are ganging up on you. It feels like people are telling you that they know better than you and they're trying to tell you how you should feel and think. I totally empathize with that. I felt that way too. And then I got older and then I realized, wait a sec, everybody's actually right. Oh, the thing is, again, you simply can't see what you can't see. And you cannot see beyond your maturity cap of being a 16-year-old. Oh yeah, Aries, exactly. But the reason why I'm explaining all of this to you is because of this situation with this VTuber by the name of AquaGunn. The other individual had made a post that was then deleted, basically kind of crashing out. So Aqua writes, you coming into my 18 plus community, me finding out you are a minor and you harassing me, make any post about me to gain traction, you only dig yourself deeper. You need to get offline and get some help. Speak to an adult. You knew it was an 18 plus community and still tried to sneak in. I'm not going to get framed for any weird stuff. So here are the DMs between Aqua and the other person, where Aqua writes, I've just found out you are a minor and I do not allow any minors in my community. Please do not try and interact with me or anybody in my community. It is very openly an 18 plus community. You cannot miss that, and you verify you are 18 plus during the Discord sign up into my server. Do not interact with anything of mine again. The person says, bro, what? And Aqua says, I saw a tweet you posted saying you are a minor. This is the last interaction. The person says, can you please be like nice about it? And Aqua wrote, you need adult supervision. Do not join 18 plus communities. And then they were blocked. And Aqua writes, if you're an 18 plus community, please block them. They do not respect any boundaries. I know lots of my friends have 18 plus, so I wanted to put it out there. Be safe. Don't go and harass them. Just a simple blocker report is enough. And then somebody showed that tweet that I originally showed you, writing, actually insane. They're complaining that Discord is trying to protect them. And Aqua adds, quote, for no reason, end quote. It's not really a young kid like 12 that the parent should be completely looking over. They're old enough to at least understand that doing this is not okay. I still feel like there's a lack of parent control in this though. Right-minded adults don't want to interact with kids. And that's the thing. Like, to me, this tells me you're a kid. Like, this tells me that you're not mature enough to be considered an adult. And you're not an adult because you're 16. But this is proving the point that 16-year-olds lack the maturity. Because here's the thing, okay? If a space has rules and boundaries that say, hey, X or Y cannot enter the space, I would, as an adult, understand that and respect the boundaries. For the most part, you know, like obviously if it's like weird, racist or whatever, that's different. But, right, you understand the boundaries. A kid cannot. And like repeatedly trying to insert yourself in a space where you don't belong because you are a minor, like this shows me you're not mature enough. And again, the thing is like, you have the rest of your life to look at 18 plus content. Literally. What's the rush? It's like another year for you, another 2 years. And then I just really wanted to add in this post because I think it was just very well written. And this is written by Peachlin, who goes by the Twitter handle Tarian Peach, writing, dear minors, I know you think us adults are being mean when we ban you from our spaces. You think it isn't fair. You seem to have trouble befriending people in your age group, so you try to befriend adults. We aren't doing this to be mean to you. Truly, we care about you. Adults can get in big trouble if they're found associating with a minor. Of course, it's different depending on situations. Not only is this to protect ourselves, but this is to protect you as well, especially from the bad adults. I know you feel mature. You love NSFW. Heck, I've seen some talk about doing OnlyFans once they hit 18. Unfortunately, some are taking photos of themselves on other sites now as minors. But you are not ready. This world is filthy. Some adults are truly disgusting. You may have your guard up, but there are adults who want to use you. They will take advantage of you and this opportunity. They will manipulate you. Do not befriend these types of people. If they are overly friendly, avoid them. They will gaslight you. They will be problematic as days go by. Real adults only want you to be safe. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be in any space where adults roam. I thought the same thing before. I did bad things as a minor that, now as an adult, I can't help but feel disgust to the adults who wanted it. Somebody from my past DM'd me and boasted about how attractive my 15-year-old body was. They messaged me when I was 21. It's not okay. It's not right. Avoid us adults until you become one. Stay safe, and once you're older, we will welcome you here with open arms. There's no need to rush. Adult spaces will always exist. Be mindful, don't give out too much info. Don't join adult spaces as a minor. Understand, the good adults want the best for you. The bad adults want to use you for their own pleasure. Wait from Peach. That's a big thing. You will get to enter into these adult spaces in however long it takes you to turn 18. It will happen. But yeah, that was really well put. And at the end of the day, exactly, these adults want to protect themselves. Like, okay, if you're a minor and you feel entitled to enter into the adult spaces, what about also the adults, right? Like, what happens to adults when it gets exposed that a minor has infiltrated their 18 plus space? It makes the adult look like a predator. Obviously, there are actual malicious adults that welcome minors and that is fucked up and gross. But many times, the adult was very good intentioned, tried keeping minors out of their spaces, and once snuck in lying about their age and like lied about their age to everyone and everything. But if it comes out, it hurts the adult as well. So not only is it to protect you, the minor, right, to get out of the 18 plus space, it also is to protect themselves because they don't want to be responsible for your conniving behavior sneaking in, you know? And again, the final thing that I will always say again is I empathize because I was 16 at one point. I was there. It is frustrating to have all these things you can't do because of your age, okay? Something that's out of your control because you just have to wait for time. It feels frustrating. I totally get it. But literally, every single day that passes is a day you're closer to 18, okay? Just wait. Like, come on. If you truly cannot wait the 2 years it takes you to turn 18, then this truly shows me that you're too immature to enter the space, right? Like, if you truly are as mature as you say you are, you would be able to wait the 2 years to turn 18 to legally enter these spaces. And if you can't wait this long and you're trying to force yourself into spaces by lying, crashing out on Twitter about people that are actively trying to bar you from the space you're not supposed to be in because they're protecting you, that is again telling me you're way too immature to enter the space in the first place. Point blank simple. Just wait.